How you doing, everyone? Time for another update. A wee bit different this time. I've actually got some new releases, which normally I am terrible at keeping track of. I'm picking up new releases like 2 years down the line. But at the start of January, I said to myself, keep on top of what's coming out. Because normally I'm raking around in bins looking for albums from 1984. And I don't keep track of what's coming out next week. So I said to myself, keep track of what's coming out, and because I'm missing out on a lot of good music when it's coming out, and you stick it in the want list, and by the time it's out, it's gone up 5-10 quid. So I thought, start pre-ordering stuff now, and then it's done for you. Also some VCLT. So we'll just get straight into it. I don't want to spend too much time in this video. So the VCLT was a CD sent to me from Mike, Metal Mickey. This was part of his big haul that he got a few weeks ago, and it's Chasteen and In Dementia. This was released in 1997 on Chasteen's label Leviathan. I noticed straight away there's been obviously a lineup change. I mean, this is probably about 10 years after Chasteen's peak. The first thing I noticed was the lead and backing vocals is by Kate French, but apart from that I didn't really recognise anyone else. Only listened to a couple of tracks on this so far, but really enjoying it. It is different from obviously his 80s releases, crunchier, grittier, just heavier, as you'd probably expect from an album from 1997. So, but still enjoying it. So thanks a lot for that, Mike. Appreciate that. On to another CD. This is a new release. Amazon was a bit late with the delivery on this, so I think this is maybe 2 or 3 weeks old now. But the band is Reverie, if that's how you pronounce it. But this is an Italian band, a kind of Malmsteen style band, kind of all based around the guitar player who's called Luca Poma. It's his kind of project. Songs are written, lyrics written all by him. But like I said, kind of Malmsteen-esque kind of stuff, guitar virtuoso, taking his classical training and moulding it into like a hard rock metal album. But really good stuff. What else can I say? Just quite catchy songs. As you can imagine, great guitar work on it. So give it a shot. Released on Rock Shots Records. But I saw this was coming out, caught a few tracks on YouTube, really enjoyed it, and yeah, loved the album. So if you're into that kind of stuff, check them out. Moon Reverie with Luca Poma on guitar. So onto the vinyl. This was released on Friday. Probably one of the biggest releases of the month, and it's Ozzy Osbourne and Ordinary Man. Now, if there was ever going to be an album that would split Ozzy fans, this could be it. Don't expect classic Ozzy. This isn't going to be Bark at the Moon or Buzzard of Oz or No More Tears. This is like a really slowed down Ozzy. The first song I heard on this was Under the Graveyard, and I straight off the bat loved the song. Thought it was really catchy. Although every time I think of Under the Graveyard I start singing the tune to Under the Boardwalk. But yeah, really great tune. So got it in on Friday, gave it a spin, and I thought, alright, okay, it's quite slow. Not many heavy rockers on this. It starts off with a song called Straight to Hell, which is a bit generic, but still pretty decent. And then it slows right down to a song called All My Life, and it's maybe 3 slow songs in a row. I mean, it is probably, the majority of the songs are slower tempoed songs, and I think that is kind of like a sign of Ozzy really slowing down. Even his singing, there's a lot of auto-tune. You can even tell, even with his kind of his singing voice, that he's sounding old now. I mean, well, he is old. He's 72. But I really actually enjoyed this album. The first listen, I wasn't sure. Second listen, I was getting a bit into it, and I think I've listened to it about 4 or 5 times now. And every time I listen to it, I enjoy it even more. I think what you've got to do is, you can't go in expecting this all-out solid classic Ozzy album. That's not what you're going to get. You've kind of got to take it for what it is, and that's what I kind of started to do, and I did start to enjoy it. Although it is slower in tempo, the songs aren't bad. They really aren't. Of course, he's got better albums, but if this is going to be Ozzy's last one, then fair enough. He's definitely proved himself over the years, but I think this is his first album for 10 years. But yeah, don't be expecting too much. But I would suggest, if you don't like it the first time, try and go back, give it another listen. That's what I did, and I really just did start to enjoy it. Although it wasn't the all-out crazy Ozzy that you would want. You just kind of take it for what it is, and it's not bad. So it does feature Elton John, Post Malone, which are both good songs. The Elton John song's a bit of a kind of ballady kind of song. A lot of the songs are kind of like, they're really kind of coming across as Ozzy knows he's getting old. It's kind of like goodbyes and all this kind of stuff. Then it ends with It's a Raid, which features Post Malone, which is probably like the heaviest, fastest song on the album. Definitely not the best song on the album, but he kind of finishes with a bang. So I would suggest you give it a listen. If you're not sure about it, just keep trying. I just really started to really love it, for what it was. So please let me know in the comments what you think of Ozzy's, probably his last album. But still, I really enjoyed it. But what also came out on Friday is this, and this is just tremendous. If you like hard rock, really AOR, keyboards, just melodic, chugging guitars, you want to pick Heat 2. This is Heat's, I think, maybe 6th album. Couple of great albums in the past. Their last album, I think it was called Great Unknown. It was a bit hit or a miss. It was a bit electronic, a bit poppy, but they've come back and they have just smashed this to pieces. I mean, this is a solid 9 out of 10 for me. It could even go higher. It is every track. You could just listen to it all the way through. There's not a bad track on it. You do get your ballad on it, which is still good. But songs like kicks off with Rock Your Body, which has got a great riff to it. Dangerous Ground, Victory, We Are Gods, Adrenaline, One by One, Under the Gun, Rise, just tremendous tracks. Their last really great album was called Tearing Down the Walls, and that was an awesome album. Then they brought out the last one, which was a bit of a hit or a miss, but this is just superb. So like I said, if you're into hard rock, AOR, keyboards, great melodies, chugging guitars, give this a shot. Absolutely awesome. So that's Heat 2. I think I've spun that about 6 times, honestly, just back to back. And the last one I'm going to show is Sanctuary, Refuge Denied. Story behind this was Mark G with a C messaged me to say This was on eBay, it was going really cheap, it was brand new, and it's also the Music on Vinyl reissue, so you know it's going to be a good package. And I think it was about £12.50 delivered, free postage and all that kind of stuff, so I absolutely jumped on it. It's an album that I've been watching on Amazon for a long time, but I've got the CD, so things have kind of got in the way of me picking this up. It's one of those albums that doesn't really drop in price either, so I was kind of hoping it would drop a little bit, but Mark was good enough to let me know about this, so I'm sure you're all very familiar with this album. Also came on this red translucent vinyl as well, so really happy to pick that up. And this has been sitting here for a while, but this is me just getting to showing it now. But yeah, thanks again Mark for letting me know about that. That was just awesome. So that's it, kept it pretty short. You can let me know what you think of the new releases, especially about Ozzy. I'd be really interested to see what you guys think, if you've kind of like just not really bothered about him, or if you're really going to give him a chance on this album. I did, and the more and more I listen to it, it's just a chilled out, mellow, solid album, I reckon. So also Heat 2, give it a go, absolutely tremendous. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.